And then over here, what we have is our little safe. We're gonna open it up. Hey, how's it going? My name is Spy and welcome to another Scrap Mechanic community project. Now, in the beginning of my last Skybase build, I asked you guys if you wanted to see another community project started, and a lot of you said yes. So what we're going to be doing is starting a new community project, and this community project is going to be a miniature city. Now, I'm going to try to make all of the vehicles and buildings miniature sized as best as I can, like this little bus here. I built this bus on a stream, and it was pretty cool. Now, you can go in it, it works completely. I actually just finished it, and it has a mustache. It has a mustache, and it looks a little hilarious. Now we're gonna hop in it. Now what I built here is a little road and a little bus stop for our bus here. Now we could just pull up here and pick up our passengers if we had any. There we go. And then we'd open our door here. I might have to expand this a little bit because there's not much clearance room. There we go. Then we get out. Now this bus only has one row currently because I tried making it as miniature as possible, but I think I did a pretty good job. And it has a little luggage compartment on the side here. Looks pretty sweet. Now what I think I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to extend the road a bit. Maybe I'm gonna loop around the right here, and then we're gonna have a city over there, and then maybe back here and over there. I'm not sure what I'm gonna be adding quite yet, guys. So this episode might be a little short for the first episode, but if you guys have any suggestions for buildings, please let me know. I think the first thing I'm actually going to build is a little community center, maybe a town hall, but I think we're gonna loop this around to the right a bit, maybe add it over here. And now if you guys are wondering why the road is elevated, is because the ground here doesn't really work well with flat surfaces like roads. So the roads will kind of be going through the ground and such, unless we add little ramps, but a lot of vehicles won't really work well with that. But anyways, let's get started. Now, I made the road pretty simple. I don't know if it follows road regulations with the road painting, but it works. So we're just gonna extend this out like this. This is pretty much how I build it. Like this, and then I think I added one more piece on the side to kind of give it a little shoulder. I think that's good. And then pretty much what I did is I painted it this gray here. Gonna have to repaint this a little bit. Like this. And this side all the way over here as well. Now I don't want to mess up all my painting. There we go. And that's essentially how I do it. And then for the sides, I just paint white. And then yellow in the middle. There we go. Awesome. A solid yellow line in the middle, so no one can really pass each other in a town or a city environment. I think that's regulation, at least in Canada it is. So I'm just gonna kind of build a road over to the right here, and then we're gonna try to figure out a spot for our little town hall. Alright, so I kind of designed a little turn here. Now I gotta design it so that it is not so sudden like this. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of add some lines to it like this. I think that works good. I'm not sure what else we can really do. We should probably add some pieces to the edge here. Like that. And then get rid of this edge here. I think that looks good. Not quite sure though. I'll have to figure it out a little more. And then I think what we're actually going to do is we're going to add the town hall right on this corner here. We got to add a sidewalk though, so the people from the bus stop can come over. Now I'm not sure how I'm going to design the sidewalk. It's going to have to be a different color than all of the other stuff. I think for now I'll just have the sidewalk as the same color as the edge shoulders here. I think that will be alright. I'm not quite sure what else we could use. We could use these bricks here, but that I don't think that'll look the nicest. Let's try it out. So we could use bricks like this and then paint it a gray. Not sure. So what do you guys think? Should we use these bricks here as our sidewalk, or should we just stick with the regular concrete as our sidewalks there? I'm not sure what looks the best, but for now we're just going to use the regular concrete here as our sidewalk. So I got the road painted here. It looks pretty nice. I like the turn. It looks pretty good. And then we have the sidewalk over here. I ended it right here because I'm not sure if I'm going to extend it out this way later. But I think I like it for now. It looks alright. I might have to improve it later because it's a little close to the road. But then again, it's a town or a city, so I might have to add like a little barrier here to block the traffic from the pedestrians. But I'm not quite sure. If you guys have any suggestions, please let me know. Anyways, we're going to begin on the town hall, or the city hall, or whatever it's called. But anyways, the design I'm going to be following, it's going to be very similar to the town halls from Animal Crossing. If you guys ever played that game, really good game. It's just going to be a small little thing with a receptionist desk inside and a place for the mayor to sit in. So we're just going to design that. I think we're going to use bricks. And then we're also going to use a lot of glass and maybe concrete and metal to kind of design it. So to begin, we're actually just going to throw down our base of our building somewhere over here. And we're going to have like a little walking path to get up to the main part of the building. Something like, I'm not sure how big we really want it. Something like this. And then over here, we'll have the building start. So we're going to add a base for that as well. There we go. Something like this. We could always extend it if we need to. But we're going to begin on the building now. And for the building, we're going to actually have some like supports and stuff in the middle. But for now, we're just going to kind of design the main structure of the building. So we're going to use these brick blocks here to kind of design the building. We don't want the building to be too big. Like I said, miniature city. So something like this, I guess, would be a good size for our city hall. There we go. And then our doors, I think we're going to have doors in the middle, like right here. Is that even? Yeah, that's even. Okay. I think that looks alright. Now, how big can the doors be? 4 by... I think that's good. Yeah. I think 4 wide is good enough. Okay, that looks alright. And then we're just going to kind of design aesthetics to this building. And then we're going to add a roof and then the interior. So I'm going to add some like concrete columns on the sides here to kind of give it an old architectural look. Like this. I think that looks alright. I think that looks sweet, actually. It'll work. Okay, and then we're going to paint it up afterwards to kind of make it look a little more authentic and old. There we go. That looks pretty cool, actually. And then up top, we can have like a little bell tower, exactly like Animal Crossing, even though this isn't going to be the same. So I'm going to add the doors now. And then we're going to start designing the rest of the building. Now, I turned the shadows back on to kind of see what it looks like. And it's starting to look actually really nice. I like the shading on the building. Looks pretty sweet. Okay, and then for the doors, we're just going to add 2 bearings. Pretty simple. Right about here. Right about here. And then we're going to have our controller somewhere hidden. Maybe under here would be good. Okay. Add the bearings to the controller. Pretty simple. Did this a couple thousand times already. 90 degrees like that. Awesome. Now we have our doors. Now for our door, I think we should have a nice metal design. I don't think metal is actually nice for a door. We'll have to color it a bit. Maybe some glass blocks in it will help. There's our doors. They look pretty good. Might have to change them in the future. But I only added a single button to this for now. We'll add multi-buttons later in the future for doors. But now I'm going to actually mirror the other side of the building and add a little more aesthetic design to it to kind of make it look a little more nice. I added some stuff to the sides here to make it look like it's actually in the ground in comparison to the road. It looks pretty good. Now we're just going to add the roof and the clock, and hopefully that would be it. And then we add some stuff in the inside and then it should be good. Okay, that's the best I could really get for that. It looks alright. And then I think we're going to have like a little slanted roof right there. And then the rest on the back should be a normal roof. So for the clock, what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to use metal blocks. We're going to add it. We're going to try to make a sphere as good as we can. You know what? That looks like it's good. We can't really add any arms to it though, or it's going to look a little funny. Okay, so there we go. We got like a little tiny clock arm there. A single arm, you don't need to know the minutes, just the hours. Looks good though. And now we're just gonna add the roof and it should be good to go. I added the roof to the city hall and added some of these windows here. Now we gotta paint it up a little more. And then we're gonna design some stuff inside. Now I'm not sure which color I wanna go with. Maybe a nice brown brick. Something like, that might be a little too bright. Let's test out this color here. So for the color, I think we're going to be using brown for the bricks, because usually you see like a reddish brown for town halls, or either white, but ours is mixed. If you guys have any suggestions on what it should be, please let me know. I'm not sure what looks the best, but I think brown looks alright for now. So we're just going to color this up really quick, and then we're going to go inside and add the desks and a receptionist desk as well. So I think we're going to have a nice wood floor in here. I think that would look nice. Maybe make it a darker brown once we're done. There's the wood floor. It looks pretty nice. Now we're going to add the receptionist desk. Now, if you guys have played Animal Crossing, we're going to kind of design it like that, where it's going to be across here. We're going to have a flower pot in the corner here, and maybe a little chair on this side. Now, I don't want to copy them too much, but their design is pretty nice, so I'm just going to use that design. So we're going to have a nice wood desktop or countertop go all the way across here. Then we're going to have it end right about here. Now we're going to design this a little better after we're done planning it. Okay, I think that is good. That looks pretty good in my opinion. Then we're going to have like a little door latch here, similar to the Animal Crossing one as well. And then we're going to have a chair here. I think we could design the little bench. There we go. There's our little bench. It looks comfy, even though it's made of tile blocks. And now we're just going to add a flower in one of these corners. Maybe both of them. We'll have them in both. One right here. And we'll have this weird lettuce looking plant right here. And we'll add cactus and such on the table here. Looks good. Alright, there we go. I made this little bar door here. It looks pretty nice. And then now we're just going to add the mayor's desk in the back. And then we're going to add some final touch-ups to the inside, and then we should call it done. Alright, the town hall is complete. We're going to go on inside and see what's up. So we're going to open the door, and here we are. We're greeted with the receptionist desk. We got a nice little bench here, a radio. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to add anything else to the receptionist desk, but I'm not sure what I can really add. And we got some windows on the side. They look nice. And then over here, we have the mayor's desk and his boots. He kicked off his shoes because he wanted to relax behind the desk. And then over here, what we have is our little safe. We're going to open it up. This is where we store our money we get from taxes and such. And there we go. We got 3 gold nuggets here. Or nuts. I don't know. Whatever. We're going to close it back up because we don't want anyone to steal it. And anyways, guys, that's pretty much it for this build. If you guys have any suggestions for the town hall or future buildings, please let me know in the comments and we'll try to get to them in the next episode. So thank you guys for watching and subscribing, and remember, stay sweet. Bye.